ever get hit with a craving? Like, so specific, so out of the blue, it's like, does my stomach have a mind of its own?
Right.
Turns out it might. We're diving deep into weight management today. But hold on, this isn't your typical calorie lecture.
No, not at all.
Get ready to see your gut bacteria in a whole new way. They could be pulling more strings than we realize.
It's true. We've heard that saying, you are what you eat. But what if it's more like, you are what your gut bacteria eat? These little guys, they have a huge impact on how our bodies process food, how we feel hunger. They might even be messing with our metabolism.
Okay, so let's break this down. We're talking trillions of bacteria. It's
Yeah.
like a whole world in there. Where do we even start?
Okay, so picture this. Two people eating the exact same meal. Same calories, same everything.
Okay.
But because they have different gut bacteria, one person gets way more energy from that meal. It's like having a superpower.
Right.
Instead of X-ray vision, it's super efficient calorie absorption.
So that friend who seems to defy the laws of physics, maybe it's their gut microbiome giving them that edge.
Maybe so.
But how does this even work?
It all comes down to, what types of bacteria are hanging out in your gut. One group that we've been hearing about are firmicutes.
Okay.
Think of them as expert calorie harvesters.
Calorie harvest?
And look, we need them, don't get me wrong, but studies have shown that people dealing with obesity, they tend to have more firmicutes than another type called bacteroidetes, which are known for breaking down fiber and, keeping things moving.
So it's all about balance.
Exactly.
Too many firmicutes, and the scales might tip against you, even if you're eating what you think is right. It's almost like our gut bacteria are judging our food choices.
In a way they are. And it gets even more interesting. Remember that gut-brain connection we talked about?
Yeah.
Those cravings you get? Your gut bacteria might be sending signals, influencing your brain to want certain foods that they thrive on.
Wait, are you saying those late-night pizza cravings aren't just me, lacking willpower? My gut bacteria are actually, manipulating me.
It's not about blame. It's about understanding how this all works together.
Yeah.
We're talking about hormones. Ghrelin, that's the I'm hungry hormone.
Right.
And then there's leptin, which tells you when you're full. Well, your gut bacteria have a role in controlling both of those. And if there's an imbalance there, your body might not be sending the right signals about hunger and fullness, making it harder to resist those tempting treats.
This is blowing my mind. It's like our taste buds have a direct line to the brain, but it's our gut bacteria whispering all the good stuff.
Right.
But let's talk leaky gut. What's that about, and how does it fit into all of this?
Okay, imagine the lining of your gut.
Yeah.
Right? Think of it like a security checkpoint for your bloodstream.
Okay, I get it.
Leaky gut is like having lax security. Things that shouldn't get through are slipping past, and that triggers your immune system and causes inflammation.
So you're saying undigested food, toxins, even bacteria are getting a free pass into the bloodstream. That can't be good, right?
Exactly. And remember we were talking about inflammation being linked to weight gain and other metabolic issues.
Right.
It's like a domino effect. Leaky gut increases inflammation, which makes it harder to manage weight, and it impacts your overall health.
Okay, so we've got this intricate connection between our gut bacteria, our brains, our health. It's like a delicate dance. We haven't even talked about what we can do about it yet.
Right now, right.
This is huge.
It is.
But there's got to be something we can do, right?
Oh, there is. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Now that we've kind of laid the groundwork, we can talk about what we can actually do. It all starts with figuring out what our gut bacteria love to eat.
So we're talking gut-friendly foods. Give it to me straight. What should I be eating to keep those little guys happy and maybe even drop a pound or two?
Okay. Remember those bacteriates, the fiber fans?
Yeah, the fiber-loving bacteria.
It's time to load up on their favorite snacks. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, all those plant-based powerhouses.
Okay.
They're full of prebiotics, and those act like, basically, fertilizer for the good bacteria in your gut.
So it's not just about getting my vitamins. It's about feeding the good guys. It's like I'm a gardener, but instead of flowers, it's a thriving microbiome.
Exactly. And a happy garden in your gut means less inflammation, a stronger gut lining, and a better shot at managing your weight. But we can go beyond just prebiotics. Let's talk about some live reinforcements. Fermented foods.
Fermented foods, okay. Yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, everyone's talking about them.
Right.
Are they really all that?
Oh, they're like the probiotic party your gut needs. These foods, they have live bacteria that can really diversify and balance your microbiome, kind of push out the bad guys.
Oh, interesting.
And get this, some studies suggest that certain probiotics might even help you lose weight directly.
Wow, okay. So it's like a two-pronged attack. We're feeding the good bacteria that are already there with prebiotics and then bringing in reinforcements with probiotics, like the ultimate gut buffet. But we've been focusing on food this whole time. What about exercise?
Oh, you're right. Can't forget about moving our bodies. Think of exercise as like a reset button for your gut.
Okay.
It actually increases the diversity of your gut bacteria, which we talked about. It's super important for a healthy microbiome.
So it's not just burning calories, it's like giving my gut bacteria a workout too.
Exactly, like sending them to boot camp.
Boot camp. I like it.
And remember those rock star short-chain fatty acids, those SCFAs?
Yeah.
Exercise, especially the intense stuff, can actually increase your production of butyrate.
Okay.
That's one of those SCFAs that's known for, like, healing your gut and fighting inflammation.
Okay, so prebiotics from food, probiotics from fermented foods, and exercise is boosting those SCFAs. We're like assembling a gut health superhero team over here.
I love that analogy. And, the more we learn about all these connections, the more we realize that we have so much power over our gut health.
Yeah.
And when our gut is healthy, it affects everything, our weight, our overall well-being.
It's pretty amazing. But we've only just scratched the surface, right? What does the future hold? What's next for gut microbiome research?
Oh, you're asking all the right questions. This field is just exploding with possibilities. One thing that's got everyone talking is personalized nutrition, like tailored to your own gut bacteria.
Personalized nutrition. Okay, so ditch the generic diet plans and get advice based on my gut.
Exactly. Imagine getting your gut microbiome analyzed, like a bacterial census.
Okay.
And from that, you get totally personalized diet recommendations. It's like having a roadmap to the healthiest gut ever. It tells you what specific foods will help your unique microbiome thrive.
That sounds amazing. But how far off is this personalized gut care? Is it years away?
It's closer than you think. We already have the technology to analyze what's in our gut. The next step is figuring out the exact dietary recommendations based on that information.
Wow, so instead of just eat more fiber, it's like load up on lentils and blueberries. Your gut loves those.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Imagine knowing exactly which foods are superfoods for your gut.
Wow.
Foods that makes the specific bacteria you need just flourish.
That's incredible. It's like the ultimate personalized medicine. But instead of our genes, it's all those trillions of little guys in our gut.
Exactly. And speaking of targeted interventions, there's another area showing promise, though it's still pretty early. Fecal microbiota transplantation.
FMT.
FMT. Okay, that sounds a lot more intense than personalized nutrition. What's involved with that?
Well, it might sound a little unconventional, but
Yeah.
FMT is basically transferring fecal matter from a healthy donor to a recipient to kind of restore a healthy gut microbiome. Imagine it like a bacterial reboot for your gut.
Okay, I have to be honest, that was not what I was expecting. But hey, if it works, it works. That's the idea. And while it's still experimental, some early studies are suggesting that FMT could be a game changer for a lot of gut-related conditions, even obesity.
Really?
Yeah,
So someone struggling to lose weight because their gut bacteria are out of whack could get a transplant of healthy bacteria and see some real changes.
exactly. It's like hitting the reset button on their gut, giving them a fresh start for better metabolism and overall health. Of course, we need way more research to know for sure about its effectiveness long-term and safety and all that,
Right.
but it's definitely a really interesting path to explore.
Wow. We've gone from talking about the types of bacteria in our gut to like transplanting them from person to person. Science is amazing.
It really is. And the more we learn about the gut microbiome, the more we realize just how big of a role it plays in our overall health. From our weight and metabolism to our immune system, even our mood and how our brains work, it affects everything.
It really does feel like we've entered a new era of health where it's not just about treating symptoms, it's about getting to the root of the problem. And a lot of times that starts with a healthy gut microbiome. It's like we've got this like secret control panel for our health, and it's our gut bacteria that are running the show.
Right.
But after all this talk about, personalized nutrition and FMT, what are some like everyday things we can do to, keep our gut microbiome happy?
You're right. It can be a lot to take in with so many new discoveries happening all the time. But the good news is that, you don't need a fancy lab test or a transplant to make gut-friendly choices. Remember those bacteroidates and their love for fiber.
Right.
That's where it all starts.
So back to the basics. Fruits, veggies, whole grains, all that good stuff.
Exactly. And don't forget about those fermented foods. Adding in some yogurt, kimchi, even a little sauerkraut can make a big difference. And of course, move your body. Exercise isn't just for your heart and muscles. It's like a breath of fresh air for your gut microbiome too.
It's incredible how everything's connected. What's good for our gut is good for like our whole body, but there's so much information out there, it's easy to get overwhelmed. As we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
The most important thing is to remember that your gut microbiome is your partner in health. It's not about finding some magic pill or a quick fix. It's about making small, sustainable changes that will support a healthy, thriving gut ecosystem.
Okay, so no crazy diets, no extreme measures, just consistent gut-friendly choices.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, we're just starting to scratch the surface when it comes to understanding everything about the gut microbiome.
Yeah.
What we know now is really just the tip of the iceberg.
It's kind of exciting and a little intimidating at the same time. It really feels like a whole new world of health and wellness has opened up.
It really has. And as the research continues, we're going to uncover even more amazing things about the power of the gut microbiome. Imagine a future where we can use our gut bacteria to not only manage our weight, but prevent chronic diseases, even boost brain power, and just feel better overall.
No, that's a future I'm excited about. Thank you so much for taking us on this incredible journey into the world of the gut microbiome.
It was my pleasure.
It's amazing to think that these trillions of tiny organisms have such a big impact on our health and well-being, and understanding how to take care of them might just be the key to living longer, healthier, happier lives.
That's right. Knowledge is power. The more we understand about this incredible world inside us, the better choices we can make for our overall health and well-being.
Absolutely. So to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep eating those good gut bacteria. Until next time, thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.